Hello everyone, welcome to S Mathematics. We will see in this video, this is ring theory part 2, properties of rings and examples. Before going to the properties, first we will recollect once the definition of ring. Ring is nothing but it is an algebraic structure. It should equipped with two operators, namely addition and multiplication, r plus dot. With respect to addition, r plus is commutative group. Okay. Next, with respect to dot, r dot is semi group. Okay. Next, with respect to these two together, plus and dot, if any two operators are equipped with the one set, means those two will behave properly with one another. That is, r plus dot to plus and dot together should satisfy distributive laws. A dot b plus c is equal to a dot b plus a dot c. Similarly, a plus b dot c is equal to a dot c plus b dot c. This is the ring. Now we are going to see the properties of the rings. In first video we have considered different types of rings. After defining the definition, if with respect to addition there is nothing to see because it is already abelian group. With respect to multiplication, in a ring if commutative property satisfies, it is commutative ring. In a ring, if multiplicative identity exists, it is a ring with unity. If both are existing, ring with a commutative ring with unity, we will say. If the ring is with zero divisors, without zero divisors, we have seen. Is it? Now, if the ring is not having zero divisors, then we will say that it is an integral domain. You have given the definition also. Then you have given field definition. Like that, skew field or division ring, you have seen. These are the things what we covered in the first video. In the second video, we are going to see the properties of rings. R is a ring and 0, a, b belongs to R. Then prove that 0 will be in R because R plus is in a abelian group. Additive identity should be in R. So you can take for any three elements 0, a, b belongs to R. Then prove that 0 dot a is equal to a dot 0 is equal to 0. A into minus b is equal to minus a into b is equal to minus ab. Minus a into minus b is equal to ab. A into b minus c is equal to ab minus ac. B minus c into a is equal to ba minus ca. These are all the simple properties. We can easily prove it. Take it. Now, what is the first one? First property, what you have to prove? 0 is equal to a into 0. A into 0 is equal to 0. Now, take 0. This is 0 in R. Therefore, this can be written as 0 plus 0 in R. And you can take a dot 0. Then a dot 0 is equal to a into 0 plus 0. Because R is a ring, distributive law satisfies. Therefore, a dot 0 plus a dot 0. Now, a dot 0 is equal to a dot 0 plus a dot 0. But what is R? R is a ring. What is the first property? R plus is an abelian group. In a group, cancellation law satisfies, you know that. Therefore, a0 will be cancelled. 0 is equal to a0. Now, is it clear? That is the first property. Is it? 0. What is the first property? 0 into a is equal to a into 0 is equal to 0. That only you proved. Is it or not? Now, 0 plus 0 is equal to a dot 0 plus a dot 0. 0 is equal to a dot 0 by left cancellation law. Here right cancellation law, here left cancellation law. Similarly, you can prove that 0 dot a is equal to 0 by using right cancellation law. You are using here left cancellation law. Now, is it okay? Now, see the second property. 0 is equal to a dot 0. 0 can be written as b plus minus b because R plus is abelian group. For every R element in B, there exists additive inverse. So, minus b is in R. Therefore, a into b plus minus b by distributive laws, it is ab plus a into minus b. So 0 is equal to a into 0 is equal to a into minus b plus b. That is a into minus b plus ab. That means this you have written this side and that, or this also you can write. Therefore, a into minus b is the additive inverse of ab. Is it? Similarly, a minus b is equal to minus ab is equal to minus ab. That is the second property. Now see, minus a into minus b is equal to minus a into x. Let x is equal to b or minus b. This is not b. X is equal to minus b you have to take. Now, minus a into minus b is equal to minus a into x. Now, by the above property it is minus ax. So, minus of a into minus b. Minus a into minus b is minus ab. Therefore, this is equal to ab. Okay. Next, a into b minus c is equal to a into b plus minus c. Now, already I told you, in abstract algebra, subtraction is treated as inverse of additive element. Okay. Now, addition of inverse of that element. So, b minus c can be written as b plus minus c, that is ab plus a into minus c, that is ab minus ac. Similarly, b minus c can be written as b plus minus c into a, ba plus minus c into a, that is ba minus a. These are the properties of rings. The elements of the rings will follow these properties. Now see, in group theory also you have showed that every group has an unique identity. Here what you are going to see, if R is a ring with unity element, then A belongs to R, minus 1 into A is equal to minus A, and minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1. See how it is. Given that R is a ring with element 1 and A belongs to R, minus 1 into A plus A, if you take minus 1 into A plus A, that is minus 1 into A plus 1 into A, that is minus 1 plus 1 into A by distributive law, that is 0 into A is equal to 0. So, minus 1 into A plus A is equal to 0 implies minus 1 into A is equal to minus A. Now, is it clear? A belongs to R, we have minus 1 into A is equal to minus A. Let A is equal to minus 1. So, minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to minus of minus 1, that is equal to 1. Too simple it is. Now, see the next property. If R plus dot is a ring with unity, then this unity 1 is the only multiplicative identity. That is, with respect to the multiplicative identity of a ring is unique, you can say. Like that also you can say. The multiplicative identity of the ring is unique. Suppose R plus dot is a ring with unity. That is, multiplicative identity is existing in R. Suppose it is not unique, then there exist two unities. 1, 1 dash are the unity elements in R. Let x belongs to R. Then x into 1 is equal to 1 into x is equal to x. Similarly, x into 1 dash is equal to 1 dash into x is equal to x. From these two, x into 1 is equal to x into 1 dash from 1 and 2. 1 is the only multiplicative identity. That implies 1 is equal to 1 dash. Okay. 1 is the only multiplicative identity. Now see the next one. In a ring R with unity, if A is not equal to 0 belongs to R, has multiplicative inverse, then it is unique. Suppose if a ring, in a ring, element is possessing multiplicative inverse, then it is unique, you have to say. R is a ring with unity and A is not equal to 0. We prove that A has only one inverse. Suppose not, it is having two inverses. B and B dash are the two inverses of A. Then AB is equal to BA is equal to 1. AB dash is equal to B dash A is equal to 1. Now see here, now B is equal to B into 1. That is, B into 1 value you have written AB dash. This is B into A into AB dash. BA into B dash, but BA is equal to 1. 1 into B dash is equal to B dash. Now where you have started with B and you are able to show that it is equal to B dash. So if B and B dash are the two inverses of an element A, they are becoming equal. Therefore, you can say that there exists a unique inverse for any non-zero element in R if it possesses. Okay. Next, prove that a ring R has no zero divisors if and only if the cancellation laws hold in R. That means R has no divisors means cancellation laws will hold. If the cancellation laws holds, R is having no divisors. Okay. Now see here. Suppose that the ring R has no divisors. That means AB is equal to 0 implies A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0 for every A comma B belongs to R. Now we prove that cancellation laws holds in R. What are the cancellation laws? Take it. See here. Cancellation laws means you have to consider with respect to multiplication here. Because with respect to addition, R plus being already it is a group, with respect to addition in a group cancellation laws will hold. But R dot is a semi-group. That's why with respect to multiplication we have to verify. So if A is not equal to 0, consider AB is equal to AC. That is AB minus AC is equal to 0. Since A is not equal to 0, B minus C is equal to 0. Therefore, B is equal to C. Similarly, we prove that BA is equal to CA implies B is equal to C. Okay. If there exists, now see, conversely, we prove that cancellation laws hold in a ring R. Now, we prove that R has no zero divisors. Now, cancellation laws, R has no divisors means that is AB is equal to 0 implies either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. Suppose A is not equal to 0 and AB is equal to 0. So, from this you can write this is equal to A into 0. Is it? A is not equal to 0, AB is equal to 0 implies it's because A into 0, AB is equal to 0 means that means B is equal to 0 since by left cancellation law. Okay. That means this is 0 can be written as A dot into 0. See here, AB is equal to 0. This 0 can be written as from the properties A dot 0. So, AA will be getting cancelled, B is equal to 0 by left cancellation law. Suppose if B is not equal to 0, then AB is equal to 0 will be equal to 0 into B. By right cancellation law, B cancel, then A is equal to 0. But B is not equal to 0, you are getting A is equal to 0. Therefore, you will say that the ring is has no zero divisors. Now, is it clear? That is, what is the statement you have to remember? We are going to use it in problems. Prove that a ring R has no divisors if and only if the cancellation laws hold in R. This result we will use in the next part also. That is, while proving that some theorems on integral domain, we have to use this theorem. Now, take it. The next property, see this. Important element in a ring R, if A square is equal to A for A belongs to R, then A is called important element of R with respect to dot. For example, in the ring Z4 is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 of integer modulo 4, 0 and 1 are important elements. See here, that is 0 multiplication modulo 0 is equal to 0, is it? Similarly, 1 multiplication modulo 4, 1 is equal to 1. So, A square is equal to A, 0 square 0 is equal to 0. 1 multiplication modulo 1, 4, 1 is 1. So, in this ring, you are going to say 0 and 1 are important elements. See here, A square is equal to A with respect to multiplication you have taken. Is it clear? Now, next, if R is a ring with unity, then 0 and 1 are important elements in R. Similarly, nilpotent elements. In a ring R, A is not equal to 0 belongs to R. If there exists n belongs to n such that A power n is equal to 0, then A is called nilpotent element of R. In the ring of integral modulo 4, 2 is a nilpotent elements. 4 and 2 are the nilpotent elements. Okay, that is integral modulo 4 ring of integers. Now see here, what is 2 multiplication modulo 4 2? See here, this is 0, is it? 4 divided by 4, the remainder is 0. Therefore, in integral modulo 4 ring, if you take, in that ring, you will have 2 is a nilpotent element. 1 and 2 are important elements. 2 is a see here, 0 and 1 are important elements in this ring. In this ring only, 2 is the nilpotent element. Now is it clear, the definitions? Now see the next characteristic of a ring. Let R be a ring if there exists a least positive integer p such that pa is equal to 0 for all a belongs to R, then the integer p is called characteristic of a ring. Now suppose the characteristic of Z2. Z2 means, what is the Z2? It is 0, 1, the set. The characteristic of Z2 is 2. Now that is 0 plus 0, 2 times you will take, that is 2. Now characteristic of Z is 0. The characteristic of Zn is n, where n is prime number. The characteristic of Nz is 0. The characteristic of Z2 by Z4 by Z6 is 12. Now clear explanation of these things we will see while studying the characteristics of integral domain, characteristics of the prime numbers, etc. Now these are the things we have seen here. Now what are the things we have seen here? The properties of rings. Now we are able to see in this group, and the 2 definitions, what is nilpotent element, what is important element, and characteristic of a ring. With this I am concluding. Thank you.